Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Chevy Boy back on the channel, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different video. A different kind of video, more scientific and analytical. And you may be wondering, so why I'm doing this, but today is a bit of a very special day. You may be wondering why, though, it's special. It's because today is December the 7th, Friday, December 7th, 2018. Today is my 25th birthday. So I figured, why not treat you guys to something a tad bit different than just my usual racing game content. And we're going to be doing it with two different apps. Because I wanted to see what I'm saying is I'm going to get right to it. In this game, you can buy the Corvette C6 ZR1. You know, the 638 horsepower, 3,351 pounds, pretty much dry. And I was wondering, I thought to myself, why in the world did Chevrolet go from the 7-liter LS7 that was in the Corvette Z06 and, well, of that same generation, and the 5th generation Camaro Z28? I thought, why did they go from that motor to the LS9, which is a 6.2-liter small block V8, similar to the LS7, but it's supercharged. That is a 378 cubic inches or something. You know, I mean, I might be wrong, because 6 liters is 360 cubes, and then, well, 366 to be exact, and then a tenth of a cubic inch, or a tenth of a liter is 6 cubic inches, so I add 12 onto that. It's 378 cubic inches versus the larger displacement LS7, which is 427 cubic inches. But basically, what I was wondering is, why did they go with the LS9? Why did they go with the smaller displacement engine and put the supercharger on it? Why didn't they just put the LS7 on it? So while I was thinking about that, I'm like, wait a minute. Pixel Car Racer has a somewhat good interpretation of the C6 Z06, so I could do that. And this game has the ZR1, so that's what I'm going to do. Sorry for the haptic feedback, you guys. That's just the game vibrating. Mostly, you know, so that, I mean, you can turn the vibration off. I just use it for when I'm actually racing, you know. So, and the stats for this car, it maxed out at 164 miles an hour in the half mile. The reason I know it's a half mile is because it's the same time, basically, so it's the half mile. And the quarter mile is 11.473 seconds at 134 miles an hour. So, we'll keep that in mind. And the 0 to 60 is 3.64 seconds, like I said. I think I said that. So basically what I was wondering is, what would happen if you took the blower off of... Sorry about that, I got an ad. Even with the airplane mode on, go figure. But basically I was wondering, what would happen if you took the blower off of the LS9 and put it onto the LS7? First of all, I thought to myself, I was wondering how many pounds of boost is the LS9 making? I looked it up online and I found an issue of Super Chevy magazine from, I believe, 2008. I believe it was 2008. They did a breakdown of the ZR1, the new for 2009 ZR1, so it was probably like the fall of 2008 or something, when that issue came out. But basically, they had said that the ZR1 is making 10.5 pounds of boost. I don't know if I'll throw it up on the screen, but I will tell you how I figured out the amount of horsepower once you take the blower off. So the motor, when it's just running on the engine and when it doesn't have the supercharger on it, I figured it out because the boost pressure, basically the equation is this. It's the boost pressure divided by how much boost the supercharger is making. So normal boost pressure to double, I believe, the engine's horsepower is 14.7 psi, pounds per square inch of airflow coming through. And then you divide that into the amount of boost that the engine, or that the supercharger or turbocharger is making. So peak boost. The supercharger, according to that article, makes 10.5 pounds of boost. So I took 10.5, divided it by 14.7, which equals roughly to about 0.71 and a bunch of other numbers. I'm not going to rattle those off, but it's about 0.7. And then you add 1 to that, okay? And then I took 638 and subtracted, and divided it by 1.7, and I got about, I believe, hold on, let me double check. Sorry again about that. But no, so I took 10.5, divided it by 14.7, added the 1, and then divided 638. I took 638, divided it by 1.71, and came up with 372 horsepower. Which makes sense because the LS9 is a very low compression engine. So, because if it was a higher compression engine, it wouldn't be able to handle the supercharger. Basically, the engine itself, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with compression ratios and such. Basically, a lower compression engine is essentially what it is it's a detuned motor, so it's not under as much stress, basically. It's like going from a 10 on your a 10 on your stereo system down to a 7 or something, and then putting like an amplifier or something onto it, basically, is what the supercharger is. So you're amplifying the power that's there, but you have to detune the engine first so you don't blow it up, essentially. So, yeah. No, basically, I was, like I said, I was like, what would, the power output be of the naturally aspirated LS9? We figured that out. That's about 372 horsepower. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to Pixel Car Racer, and I'm going to build the LS7 and make it about 11 pounds of boost, just because otherwise, it's a bit of an issue. So, I will see you guys there now. Alright. Alrighty, you guys. So, here we are in Pixel Car Racer, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the dealership. I'm going to sell one of my cars, and I'm thinking it's going to be the IROC Z, but first, before I sell that, I want to show you guys exactly how much power this thing makes, because I'm pretty sure I built this thing to full tilt. It's got the LT5, so it makes 755 horsepower out of the box. It's got the XR blower at 31 psi, so 31 pounds of boost, which is basically double the 14 pounds. So I think they said one of the websites that I went to find this out, how to calculate the boost and everything. They said that about 15 pounds, so the 14.7 psi doubles the horsepower in your engine. So, that's about triple. So then if you turn this off, it should say that it's about 1200. Yeah, roughly. I mean, it's 1100, but yeah. So, yeah, this thing makes 3635. It's got the best pistons you can put in it. It's got the best intercooler. It's got the best exhaust on it. So, oh, no. Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to show you guys this in case you were wondering, because I couldn't remember if, if I had actually done this. So, sorry. This is going to be 3. So yeah, it's 3457. And then I will wait until it gets to about 1000. 3707. So that's, yeah. I mean, it's 3700 horsepower car, but I was kind of getting bored of it, and like I said, I'm going to sell it for this video, and then I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Oop, did not want to sell that. So go with there. Okay, go to buy. And actually, I thought about it. I could technically compare different cars in here from Pixel Car Racer and drag racing, especially cars like the Catfish Camaro or my Camaro to the 4th gen Trans Am in the game, since they're essentially the same car. I could also compare this Mustang to the Mustang in the other game, this GTO to the GTO in the other game. I could compare the Camaro, 69 Camaro in here to the 69 Camaro there, even though they're 2 different cars. 2 different Chargers in that game, 2 Mustangs. But again, okay, what we're here for is, we're not here for any of these. Where is it? Come on. Here. Okay. So, pretty sure this is the Z06. So that's what I'm going to call it. Z06. No. Why does it default to this one? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so it's got the LS7. 505 horse. So, I'm going to see exactly what this does then. I'm going to put the Whipple blower on it, okay, and it's going to be at about 11 pounds of boost. Oh man. So 883, remember, makes 500 horse, and it's about 37 per PSI. So divide that by 2, that's about 18 horsepower added on to 10. So we add 18 here, which if you add 8 to that, that's 891, and then add 10 more. That's 900 horsepower. So basically, I mean, the weight's a little bit off in this game, but basically, if you were to have the Z06 engine in a ZR1 with the supercharger, you'd be making 900 horsepower, roughly. Well, 901. And that's a lot, by the way. So yeah, no, that's a lot. I wonder, is there actually a body kit to make it to ZR1? That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting, actually. The front end, no, that doesn't do anything. That's just the drag kit. That's a Rocket Bunny kit. That looks a little ZR1-ish. No. Nope. Fortune kit. That actually does remind me of it. What in the name of God? Okay, that's like the C7. What? Okay, hold on. I want to see what this does, because Fortune kit. Oh man, that's like the Callaway car. Okay. No, we're not touching that. So yeah. No, basically I'm just trying to find the right body kit. There's the ZR1. Yeah, okay. There it is. There it is. Alright, so is it the BN kit? It's weird. The BN kit does this a lot, actually. Okay, so this technically now is ZR1. This technically is a ZR1 now. What does this do to the rear? Okay, that just gives it that. That gives that. Okay. What does this one do? That looks ugly. Like, ugly as sin, man. What the heck? Oh, okay, so it just gives it a little bit of a diffuser. Okay. Well, you guys didn't come here to see customization and stuff. You guys came here to see probably this car in action. So what did I say? It ran like an 1134 at 100 and something? What's this thing gonna run? It runs half a second quicker. It's a shame it doesn't tell you the 0 to 60 on this. It's weird because it's a faster time but a slower top speed, but okay. And then it ran like 17 and change, I think it was like 17.4 or something. So we're gonna go here. Yeah, I think it ran like a 17.4. I really should go back or whatever and look at that, but I mean, stock tires, you know. No, actually, it's funny, but it took me a long time to figure out, like, to find something it ran slower. How is that possible? That doesn't that doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Hold on. Carmen Ghia. Wow, how fitting. I ran a Carmen Ghia versus a Corvette like 3 months ago in my Gran Turismo grudge match. Now I'm using manual trans because pretty sure the game forces me to shift. Yeah, no, I have to shift in the other game, so that's weird. It's about a 1/10 of a second slower if you go by my time, I think, but 150 versus like 160 something. I don't know. I mean, maybe that could be fixed with tires and everything, but the ZR1 in the other game was completely bone stock, so I don't know. And we can do a dyno run really quick. But yeah, no, that's weird. The other game, the Corvette, yeah, no, it makes 731 on the dyno. But that's the dyno, so. But again, it makes about 900 if you go by that. But then, technically speaking, if you take off the 10 pounds of boost and you just go by that, by this, sure, it won't say 500. I mean, it might, who knows, but, you know, basically, I apologize for rambling. Yes, it's 470, so, but I apologize, I apologize for rambling, but I don't know, like I said, I thought of this in my head, and I'm like, this could be a really, like, scientific, you know, breakdown and analysis. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. I mean, maybe you guys think it was cool. You know, I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed putting it into practice, like doing a Mythbusters kind of thing. So, if you guys do want to see more of this, let me know. You know, and we can do more of this kind of like, you know, one game versus another kind of thing. You know, but in this case, it was more of a, what would this be like if the power plant was X instead of Y? So, again, you know, yes, it was scientific in nature, but there's a lot of rambling, and I apologize for that. You guys know that I generally don't go on or off of a script or anything. It's pretty unscripted and just kind of, you know, go by. I would say go by the seat of my pants, but like go as the crow flies. You know, whatever. You guys know what I mean. You know, I just go with it, and yeah. So, but yeah, no. If you guys did enjoy this, let me know. Let me know. Like I said, if you want to see more of this kind of thing, you know, did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Like, comment, subscribe if you are brand new. And seriously, I can't believe I'm 25 years old. I mean, I'm a quarter of a century old, for crying out loud. This is weird. This feels really weird. But again, if you guys did enjoy this, let me know, and I'll catch you down the road. This is Chevy Boy signing out. Peace, y'all.